How do socioeconomic disadvantages, race impact ADHD? Socioeconomic disadvantages and race can impact the diagnosis, treatment, and overall management of ADHD. Here are some key considerations. 1. Diagnosis disparities. Research suggests that individuals from lower socioeconomic backgrounds and minority racial or ethnic groups may be less likely to receive a diagnosis of ADHD compared to their counterparts. There can be various factors contributing to this disparity, including limited access to healthcare, cultural biases, and systemic barriers. Undiagnosed and untreated ADHD can lead to significant challenges in academic, social, and occupational functioning. 2. Access to healthcare. Socioeconomic disadvantages, such as limited access to healthcare, financial constraints, and lack of health insurance, can pose barriers to obtaining proper assessment, diagnosis, and treatment for ADHD. Individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds may face challenges in accessing specialized evaluations, psychiatric services, or psychological interventions, which can impact the management of their symptoms. 3. Educational inequities. Socioeconomic disadvantages and racial disparities can intersect with educational inequities, potentially affecting the identification and support of students with ADHD. Limited resources in schools, overcrowded classrooms, and inadequate support services may hinder early identification and appropriate accommodations for students with ADHD, particularly in under-resourced communities. 4. Stigma and cultural factors. Cultural factors and stigma surrounding mental health and ADHD can influence how individuals from different racial or ethnic backgrounds perceive and seek help for ADHD symptoms. Cultural beliefs, family dynamics, and community attitudes toward mental health can impact the acceptance and understanding of ADHD. Stigma can discourage individuals from seeking diagnosis and treatment or may lead to reliance on alternative approaches. 5. Treatment disparities. Disparities in access to appropriate treatment for ADHD can also exist. Medication, behavioral therapies, and psychosocial interventions may be less accessible to individuals with limited financial resources or inadequate insurance coverage. This can result in inconsistent or suboptimal treatment and poorer outcomes for those who require intervention. Addressing these disparities requires a comprehensive and multifaceted approach. Steps that can help mitigate the impact of socioeconomic disadvantages and race on ADHD include: A. Increasing awareness and education about ADHD in disadvantaged communities, including providing culturally sensitive information and resources. B. Improving access to comprehensive healthcare services, including mental health services, in under-resourced areas. C. Implementing school-based interventions and support systems that address the specific needs of students with ADHD, especially in disadvantaged school districts. D. Reducing stigma and promoting culturally sensitive approaches to mental health through community engagement and education. E. Advocating for policies that prioritize equity and address disparities in healthcare, education, and social services. By addressing socioeconomic and racial disparities in ADHD, we can work towards ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their background, have equitable access to diagnosis, treatment, and support for ADHD.